Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everybody. My name is Ahmad Sonal Muntazar, and here I'll presenting my RRL with the title Malaysia Gastro Diplomacy as Soft Power to Enhance National Branding through Malaysia Kitchen Program 2006 until 2010. So here I have collected some journal which the second tier IV and the third tier is DV. So we start with the author Fatin Mahira Saleh in 2015. Uh, she's analyzed what are the action that has been taken by Malaysia government to improve Malaysia gastro diplomacy and use soft power tools to enhance national brand. And she's argued that Malaysia has the potential to make its own standard in the eyes of the world by its capacity of using food as soft power tools. And the finding is all respondents were of consensus gastro diplomacy is essential as soft power capability for Malaysia. In terms of gastro diplomacy approach, Malaysia is on the right back. Malaysia government agencies and NGOs have actively played their roles in gastro-diplomacy activities. Gastro-diplomacy is a tremendous opportunity for Malaysia by showcase Malaysia as cultural galore destination. So here this discussion. For the past years, Malaysia Kitchen Program or MKP has taken the initiative in extended the national branding overseas. MKP was first introduced in 2006 by Economic Planning Unit or EPU and later on led by Special Unit Malaysia External Trade Development Corporation. During the 9 Malaysia Plan, it was entrusted to Tourism Malaysia. So far, Madrid is concerned with the market of United States, United Kingdom, Australia, and China. In promoting programs such as festival trade fairs, supermarket promotional activities, advertising, and integrated media engagement, Madrid also sent Malaysia professional chef abroad to demonstrate Malaysia food, expand Malaysia eateries, and expand food franchise globally. So the second tiers we have IV, which is Malaysia Kitchen Program. So we start with the first author, which is Sai Rofika. Here they analyze how was the implementation of MKP in reinforcing Malaysia food image to promote the country as tourist destination in Finland. They argued that a consistent food image has a significant effect to the desire of visiting Malaysia. And the finding is the research finding revealed that there is no significant effect between Malaysia food image portrayed via opening restaurant in Finland with promoting the culture and history of Malaysia, and there is a significant effect between the consistent Malaysia food image portrayed with the intention to visit Malaysia. The second author we have Muhammad Hairi Jalis and Kevin Markwell. They analyze that how Malaysian cuisine is used in marketing Malaysia as a tourist destination. They argue that there are strong linkages between the local food and tourism, as the two sectors have mutually beneficial relationship. So the findings are Malaysia cuisine is predominantly represented through photograph showing close up of the meal, local fruit, and local ingredients. Moreover, food-related activities such as culinary lesson, dining place, and dining practice. Further elaborate the intensity of Malaysia and cuisine, the goal of production of such image is to attract and motivate potential tourists traveling to Malaysia to help create awareness of Malaysia cuisine, identity, and to brand the tourist destination. And the last author we have Naili Nahar, Roselina Karim, Muhammad Sharim bin Abi Karim, and Stephen Eric Krauss. They analyzed that how Malaysia use their national cuisines as method to promote their country's culture, food, attract foreign tourists, and also build the political relation through Malaysia Kitchen Program. They argue that Malaysia has been recognized as one of the best gastrodiplomacy practitioners in the world. So the finding is through various from have been applied by the government and citizens to promote the cuisines to the world. Several improvements are still needed to make the cuisines better known worldwide. Good initiative by Malaysian government need to be applauded, and it is hoped that this gastronomy practice will be continually practiced in future. So next year we have DV, which is increasing Malaysia nation branding. So the first author we have Norbani CH, Nguyen Bang, Wan Kaltom Yahya, TC Melewar, and Yo Pei. They analyze that what are implements of country branding from the points of view Malaysia citizen. They argue that country branding elements are positively related to citizen emotion. Country branding elements are positively related to perceived competitive advantage. And the finding are Malaysia can be portrayed favorable through export, human capital, culture and heritage, and political effort. Some element like human capital, culture, and heritage are important to foster positive emotion among its citizen. Other export, human capital, and politics are considered as key tools to build competitive advantage. The second author we have Adina Triaputri. They argue that nation branding Malaysia truly Asia able to attract the attention of tourists from all over the world. And she's analyzed that how Malaysia truly Asia become the national branding can affect the number of foreign tourists. And the finding is nation branding Malaysia truly Asia has proven to be able to attract the attention of tourists from all over the world, inspirable from Malaysia government's attention to tourism sector. The tourism sector has succeeded in become one. Yeah. So we have the third author, which is Basri Rashid. They analyze. He analyzed that how can conceptual model of nation brand image being a national brand identity and national identity. He argued that a conceptual model of national brand image and suggests that future research include the multi elements of national brand identity and national identity as the component of nation brand image. Then the finding is nation brand perspective implies a country name as a brand which cover national dimension for intense tourism, export, and others. Nation brand image notion is not only to produce brand awareness but also to produce brand association based on selected national dimension as product of earning to reach the strong positioning as first choice. So the discussion of DV is even tough. This paper offers evidence from literature on the importance of definition of nation brand, nation brand image, national identity, and national brand identity for a nation to be adopted. It's more about theoretical nature. If future studies will take up the proposed structure and explore the possibility of empirical testing the framework. It will also be more relevant. It will be that this will explain the model robustness and the problems of this principal forgiveness. So here my all presentation about RRL. Thanks for the attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.